I've been saying this. I think he could be one of the best bachelors we've ever had.
Wow.
And that's hard to do.
I saw pictures, JoJo, of you at this resort with Tayshia, but then I heard that it's not airing. So what happened there?
Yeah, this is funny. So we went to, just like you see other contestants come down and help them out. Tayshia and I actually came down, did the whole quarantine, had a date with Matt, did it. And, you know, you film so much stuff for this show. And inevitably certain things have to get cut just based on how the show plays out. And so Tayshia and I got the call and we were like, hey, we're so sorry, but like with editing and everything that's going on, we're gonna have to scratch that day. It just doesn't make sense. So it's totally fine. We had so much fun doing it. But a lot of people have asked me about that. Yes, we were actually there.
I totally forgot.
Was it like a hologram of us? We were there, it just didn't air.
Do you have the way Matt has, you know, it's hard when he's never been on the show before. Do you think that's been an advantage, a disadvantage? Anything did you learn from him in that way?
Honestly, I told Matt this too when we got to talk to him. I was like, how are you feeling? Because you've never done this before. It's overwhelming for somebody who just came from it, let alone like getting used to everything and just being the lead is very hard. Mm-hmm. And awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. But he has done, I think, just an exceptional job of like owning the fact that, yeah, I've never done this before. I think that he is a total catch after just meeting him and watching him. And I've been saying this. I think he could be one of the best bachelors we've ever had. Wow. And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to do when you've never done it. And I'm really happy with them selecting him being the bachelor, and just really excited for him. He's a really good guy.
Wow, those are big words.
Yeah,
we don't know if he's engaged or happy or any of that yet, but as a successful bachelor couple, one of our only ones we have left right now, what do you say to him and his potential fiance? Do you watch the show? Do you avoid the show? Do you watch it together? What do you do?
So it aired while we still weren't really allowed to be together. Mm-hmm. So there was those couple weekends where we got together. I didn't watch the show, but I'd never watched the show. So I watched night one because I wanted to see all that craziness. And then I just didn't. And I don't feel like it was a jealousy thing. I didn't. I knew the experience. I knew what happened from my perspective. And that was all I needed. But it's hard not to see Twitter, see the headlines.
Yeah.
And so for the advice, because we struggled with this, is as much as you can, I know it's impossible in this day and age, is try to block it out and try to lean into your partner, because you're learning about each other. You're learning how to fight. You're learning how to communicate, things that you weren't able to do kind of in a fantasy land, in a bubble, for lack of a better term. So I think that's the hard part, to put blinders on, lean into your partner, and just talk everything through. And that was, our first year was so hard because we didn't have that figured out yet. We didn't know how to communicate. We didn't know how to fight healthy and be good on the other side of it. We didn't know how to block it out. So
well, and that's another thing too for Matt. Like, obviously he hasn't gone through one season and gotten used to that. You know, you get so much love. Like, the people that watch the show, they're the best, most supportive, awesome people ever. But obviously everyone knows that there's a lot of critique and
we're passionate.
Criticism. Very passionate. And so to not have experienced that, I think in the capacity that the show brings out, and to do it for the first time with your partner, I think it could be a little more challenging. So my advice to him would just be to expect it, know that it's coming, lean into your partner, and do your best to not listen to the outside noise. I think that's probably the biggest one.
Give us a call. We did it all wrong. We've done it right. We've done everything in between. Yeah. So we can be good advice as well.